Great honor to be invited. And thank you, Chen, for your passion. Finally, I understand what does FWE means. Because I'm very touched by your passion. And thank you, OECD and Angel, for the PISA. And every time I discuss with you about education, I'm inspired. And I know there are a lot of things we should do, we can do, and we must do. And I think this time is the most critical period for the world to discuss the most important and critical topic, that is education. The world is changing so fast, and I think the thing that we need to change fast is education system. And I'm not the expert. I'm an amateur, I'm not a pro on the education. I was trained to be a high school teacher. I failed exams for entering university again. So after 3 years of hard working, I was accepted by Hangzhou Teachers College, which considered the 4th or 5th class of the university in China. But I think that's the best school I've ever heard, the bestest university in the world. And they trained me to be a high school teacher. And that time, only the worst students in China should go to the teachers. That's why the education had a big problem. But I'm happy to see the PISA result. China has a great result this year. And the world changed, as I said, in probably 20 years. 50% of the jobs that today we have will disappear. We'll create another 50 or 60% of the jobs, which we never can have even imagine. Where the education should be, and where our kids that should worry about. We all worry about ourselves, but we should worry about the kids, whether they can have jobs, they can survive in the next centuries. And what are the lives that we and our people and our kids should have? These are all the things that we should discuss about. And I said to China last year only have 12 million new babies born, which somebody said 17, but I think like around between 12 million to 17 million. China, in the next 50 years, were decided by these 12 to 17 million people. And these 12 to 17 million people, what kind of education system we give them, how we can improve them, that also influences the world. And I was trained as an English teacher. At that time, China just started to have English courses. We don't have enough teachers, English teachers, to teach English. So my teacher, she was teaching math. So in the morning, she went to learn ABC, and in the afternoon, she came to teach us. The thing she inspired me, she said, "Jack, your pronunciation is better than mine." Most of the courses that I'm good at, all because the teacher's good. The teacher encouraged me to go ahead. And some of the courses, I had a terrible study result on chemistry, because my chemistry teacher does not like me. Those teachers don't like me, I don't work. If the teacher likes me, I work hard. And I find most of the students doing things like that. And from result of the test, I was not considered to be a good teacher, a good student. I always fail exams. The teacher said, this is, they write on the blackboard and say, this is what I taught. And when we taste the exams, I have to answer exactly the same, but I think that is not true. So I always criticized, put at the bottom. But 20 years passed, those great students, my classmates in the primary school, middle school, universities, they still stay there, and we're running fast. I never stopped studying. I think society is the best universities, and I enjoy that. A lot of people learn to work. And in the future, we should work to learn. We should continue to learn all the times. And I never got a one-day training to be how to be a CEO. My venture capitalist early days said, "Jack, you should giving a CEO job to the others because you don't know how to be a CEO." And I said, "No, I don't know how to be a CEO." But later I found I could be a good CEO because that's the skills that I learned from being a teacher. I call myself CEO, Chief Education Officer. I learned everything I learned from being a teacher. Inspire your students, trust your students, believe in your students, enable your students. All the teachers want their students to be excellent. All the teachers want the students to be good. You know, this guy become a banker, that's a mayor, that is an engineer, that's a scientist. No teacher wants his students to be in prison, bankrupted, or in trouble. When you have a good heart, you like the students can feel it. This is the way I do as a CEO in my company. I trust my people. We enable them. We do anything we can to make people like a people, not people like a worker. So today, a lot of people fighting for or work hard for education. And we try to solve the problem of putting everybody has the chance to get education. That means we need, to me, I think education is just like a food. You need to feed the people. So we should have food for everybody, for every kids. This is very important. Every childhood, every children in this world should have the equal education opportunities. But the other thing, which is more important, what education we should give our kids, what food we should give. We know if you give terrible food, the kids will have diarrhea, have stomach problems. And there are two things today in the whole world are very, very